It's 10 days already into the month of February, and in 4 days, you all might just be catfished into what they call Valentine's Day. Welcome to a brand new week, and welcome to the most authentic news experience that you're ever going to have on the radio. And it's on the nation's #1 talk news and sports radio station. We're broadcasting live from the nation's economic capital, Lagos, Nigeria. Precisely, it's Maryann Crescent, Victoria Island. My name is Maryann Okon. This is Hard Facts, and you are listening to 99.3 Nigeria Info. Did you have a great weekend? Because I hear that, like I always say, the weekend is always pregnant with all kinds of things. Well, yeah, this weekend kind of threw up a lot of things. But most sadly is the fact that people are still scooping petrol. And that's the note on which I want to start the conversation today. We're not a year ward. And this is also for us to start a PSA of sorts on Nigeria Info, and we're going to have to run it in different languages because it's like people are not understanding. A trailer falls or a tanker falls. You're not supposed to go there and use your phone to record or to be a reporter. Run away. No, we're running to bring buckets and come to pack the fuel. What's the problem now? Anyway, welcome to the show. It's another Monday. Let's start off with the conversation as usual with our look at the big three stories. But of course, it's been the big weekend. And like I said, too much to talk about. Welcome to the show.
Get ready for the most important news of the day. It's time for the big three stories on Hard Facts. Tune in to our primetime show for the latest updates and in-depth analysis on the top stories making headlines. From breaking news to in-depth investigations, we bring you the facts you need to know. Join us as we delve into the biggest stories shaping our world today. Tune in to the Big Three every weekday 3 to 4 p.m. and stay informed with the news that matters the most. Hard Facts, where the truth always comes first.
Millions of listeners trust us on Hard Facts, whether it's politics, social issues, controversies, and trending stories. We're credible and objective.
It's Hard Facts with Maryann Okon on 99.3 Nigeria Info. This is Hard Facts.
Yes, it is, and we're welcoming you to the nation's #1 talk news and sports radio station. This is Nigeria Info FM. My name is Maryann Okon. This is Hard Facts, and on the big weekend, we're looking at very incredible stories coming from the pages of our national dailies, the ones that you and I have been chit-chatting about on social media, which is making it trendy, and of course, the ones that you and I have discussed over and over, and they're recurring stories from the pages of our national dailies, and these are the stories we're looking at today. We're starting with this whole fuel tanker, falling, and people, coming to, I really didn't want to start the show on this note, but yeah, this is a video that we got from Channels Television this morning. I want to play it on our screen so that we can, if you're watching, we're live, facebook.com/Nigeria Info FM. We're also live on YouTube, Nigeria Info FM. Please permit me to say it in pidgin. I know my pidgin is horrible and you're going to know that I'm Ikaiti, but that's fine. For the benefit of this conversation, why are we not a year word? What's the problem? What's our challenge? Because look at this video. Just look at this video. People are running. You can literally see people running with their buckets to the scene of the tanker spillage. And they're not even, they don't care. We reckless abandon. Look at them. They're just rushing there to scoop. And guess what? That explosion I hear killed a lot of people, destroyed properties. But look at how people were running towards the tanker. What informs this our attitude of scooping fuel? What is it? I really want to know. Look at them. I'm going to keep playing this video so that you can take a look at how we kill ourselves, because we're setting up ourselves for death, whether you like it or not. A tanker falls and starts spilling anything that has crude content, whether it's diesel or fuel. Run away, especially fuel. Run away. Why are we running towards our death? What's responsible for this attitude, ladies and gentlemen? I beg now. I used to think that the average Nigerian is afraid to die. But it looks more like now we're very okay with the idea of just running into going into the face of death, just going, randomly, because that's what you're doing. You run to your house, bring buckets, maybe go scoop fuel. You don't know if by the time you get there, that's when the tanker is going to explode. Anyway, this is my first story for today. And this video is courtesy of Channels Television. It's bewildering, for want of a better way to describe how I feel about what we do on a daily basis, which is running towards our death. So another explosion occurred in Niger State. A rice mill and a tanker and other properties were destroyed. But we're not listening. We know the year word. And this story is from the Premium Times newspaper. Let me just give you some details. I'd rather stay away from it, but this makes it the fourth explosion as documented by the Premium Times newspaper in less than a month in Niger State alone. A rice mill, a fuel tanker, and other properties had been destroyed in a gas explosion that rocked the FNS Investment, a gas station in Niger State. That station is in Sabon Wuse along the Abuja-Kaduna Expressway in Tafa local government area of Niger State. It's the fourth explosion in less than a month in Niger State alone. The inferno occurred at about 10:30 p.m. on Saturday, causing residents to scamper to safety. No casualty was reported as of the time of that report, thank goodness. The tanker was offloading when some parts of it caught fire. A resident, David Sakoma, told Premium Times by telephone. The fire engulfed the entire station and touched some of the properties, including Ngil Rice Mill. There were no casualties recorded in the incident, Sakoma noted. But in that video that I'm showing you, people were running, carrying buckets, carrying jerry cans to go and scoop. When are we going to stop? When are we going to stop? I don't know. But when are we going to stop? Because it's really sad. Thank goodness this last one, no lives were lost. Are we going to learn? Or is it because it happened at night? Let's move away from that. Let's talk about Obasa himself. Back in the news, yeah? And this one's a Punch newspaper story. Apparently, there are cracks in Tinubu's dynasty. Dynasty. As President locks horn with Lagos lawmakers and GAC over Obasa. This is the third time in a row that we're having to talk about Obasa. Remember the question I asked you guys last week? I said, could it be that we somewhat played down on Obasa's, roots in the party a bit too early? Well, we hear, according to the Punch newspaper, that the removal of the embattled lawmaker, Mudashiru Obasa, as Speaker of the Lagos State House of Assembly, has created cracks in President Tinubu's dynasty. There are indications that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's decade-long political dynasty in Lagos is experiencing its first major crisis following the intrigues that surround the removal of the embattled former Speaker of Lagos State House of Assembly. Obasa's removal and the support given to the lawmaker by many Governance Advisory Council members without consulting Tinubu's signal an unexpected political move within the All Progressive Congress, a party where the president remains the state and national leader. Previously, it was widely believed that the president approved Obasa's removal before the state lawmakers took action. But now, sources close to the president and familiar with the Lagos State APC politics revealed that the president was not consulted before the lawmakers took the decision. According to sources, again, the president was embarrassed that such a significant political move was executed without his knowledge and puzzled as to why many GAC members would support the decision. There are two ways to look at this story. It could be that they're just pushing it. They're just putting out those speculations, to give you something to talk about. Or maybe there is fire on the mountain, but are they going to run? All right, let's move away from that. Let's talk about other political things. Former minister, former governor, Fayemi here is saying that political fights are for public entertainment. In other words, we know what you're doing. We're giving you what to talk about while we're doing what we're doing. Remember what The Senate president said to you guys the last time you guys were screaming blue murder. He said, "Hey, if we can continue protesting, we'll be eating." So could it be that we're allowing the politicians to play us? You know how the Americans will say they're playing in our faces. Could it be that we're letting them do that? Because former governor of Ekiti State, Fayemi, has dismissed this belief that Nigerian politicians are bitter rivals, saying that their perceived fights are exaggerated and largely staged to entertain the public. This is in our story. And my final story before we open up the phone line so you can join the conversation, because you know what? This conversation is about you more than it's about me. Yes. And my last story comes from the CBN. Apparently, people are not letting Cardoso drink water and drop cup. That's pigeon. Apparently, the CBN directors have kicked against Cardoso as what they call illegal consultants and obscene salaries. They're kicking as Cardoso's illegal consultants earn obscene salaries, and these are directors with the Central Bank of Nigeria. We hear that the consultants are now mockingly called Cardoso women across the CBN. One source giggled when the Premium Times newspaper reporter requested further explanation of the term. The women's presence, operation and compensation have set tongues wagging across the CBN. Senior staff members across the CBN's 29 departments are fuming and grumbling over how women arbitrarily brought in by Governor Fayemi Cardoso as consultants have amassed enormous powers, enabling them to sometimes issue directives to departmental directors. Do I smell some jealousy, or are we seeing another reign of Emefiele? Well, there's also widespread anger across the board that what some insiders describe as unbelievably high and obscene compensation to consultants or what they earn monthly. So since Cardoso assumed duties as CBN governor on the 22nd of September, some insiders said the women arrived with him that day to the bank. Well, Cardoso was saying that he's trying to clean up the mess that Emefiele made, but then there are those who are saying he's even making a bigger mess. What do you make of this? The phone lines are open, 0201-465-7190. That's the number for you to call. We're looking at the big stories from the weekend. These are the big weekend stories. Cracks in the APC in Lagos. The presidency seems, we hear, not to be happy with how things played out with Obasa. Or could it just be film tricks? Like Fayemi here saying that political fighting is being, exaggerated because all of these things are largely staged for entertainment of the public, because all these politicians are friends. And of course, Cardoso's women, they say, hashtag, are earning ridiculously high emoluments. And another explosion in Niger State, the fourth in a row this month. And I did play you a video of Nigerians still carrying buckets to go and scoop fuel when a tanker falls, not afraid of the fact that they might just be consumed by the inferno. Well, these are the stories we're looking at this afternoon. Join the conversation. 60 seconds is all you have. Go straight to the point and make it. This is Hard Facts, and these are the big weekend stories. Hello, welcome to Hard Facts.
Sean Lady, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
This is Chris calling from Ikoyi.
Go ahead, Chris.
A quick one. For the Obasa case, what I like in what is going on in APC is this slams, this language they used during the information minister, Lai Mohammed, when they were dealing with some guys in Kwara. They used that language, Utoge. And then I said Utoge will happen in different forms, different dimensions. So I like that to continue in APC. It should go round. Then for the Cardoso guy, Shebi, they tell us it's their turn now. The man at the top, they do the thing the way he like. He himself will do the thing the way he like. Because they told us, even if the man uses family to run the country, when not be company, that is good to them. So let Cardoso use whoever he want to use to run CBN. Thank you, Action Lady.
Thank you very much for calling and right bang on time. Hello, welcome to Hard Facts.
Hello?
Yes, good afternoon. What's your name?
Yeah, good
Where are you calling
afternoon. Yeah,
from?
this is Samuel.
Samuel, go ahead.
Yes, yeah. You see, let me concerning where was reported as well. I just said I was not aware. I need to let you know that it's nothing like that. It's just a political, but like I rightly opine, it's not something to even debate. You remember during the Ambode stuff when he was in his own storm too, he said the same thing, that the problem Ambode was facing was never his, was from this same GAC and some other people that even begged on his behalf. Do you understand? So I mean, coming
So
to
this
say
is the
maybe
president
was
trying to absolve himself of what's happening.
No. That's just the play card. You understand? That's just you know what happened? You know, he came home during the festive period. I think a week or 2 weeks before a week before Christmas, and they had a meeting right there in Ikoyi and all that. So the Obasa's case had been determined. You know, when he came, and you know, right now, this present governor is the right man. Of Bola Ahmed Tinubu. So it's a crack. It's for everybody that know. So I'm just talking about. I mean, him saying maybe he was not aware or they just went. It's the same thing. No. It's the same thing. The same thing for people that followed it. The same thing he said during the Ambo Day, whatever. That he didn't know anything about it. How could he say he didn't know anything about it?
Thank you for calling. So it's Bobo Juice. Uzoma is calling us from Ikoton. Hello, Uzoma. Good afternoon. Welcome to the show.
Good afternoon, beautiful Maryann.
Thank you.
Maryann, see, let me tell you something, my sister. You see these fuel tanker issues. If anybody tell me there's nothing there behind it, it will be hard for me to believe.
You will have come again. What is behind it?
Okay. The more you look, the less you see me. See, Maryann, let me tell you something. Fuel is scarce and expensive. Every day, fuel and tanker issue. Every day, fuel and tanker issue that waiting happen. Thank God. To God be the glory. Say people no go perish for this one. No, they don't learn their lesson. Greed no will kill our Nigerians in Jesus' name. Amen. No.
Amen.
Then please, just quick one. Obasa and people, they should stop disturbing us. All these their plans are becoming too much and too much. It alone. They know what they are doing. Thank you, my sister.
All right, thank you for calling. Welcome to Hard Facts.
Hi, Maryann.
Good afternoon.
Who is my name?
Good afternoon.
Well, on CBN, you know, Emefiele work with men. Cardoso won't work with women now. Let them chop this money now. So if the money collapse, everybody will clear for everybody.
Did you see the money that they were chopping? They are not.
He's bringing women as consultancy. Why not work with the 29 member insider? And now working with the women as consultancy.
99.3
we gotta go on a break.
We'll be right back.
So when you're cooking your delicious meals, don't compromise. Go for gold.
Rich, consistent taste for cooking mouth-watering soups, stews, and jollof. Choose wisely. Choose Gold. Terra Gold Seasoning Cube.
1 cube. Endless possibilities. Terra Gold.
For 30 years, there's been a place where sweet dreams come true, where the air is filled with mouth-watering aroma of freshly baked goods, and where every bite tells a story. Welcome to Chocolat Royale, where every pastry is more than just a dessert. It's a tradition. From inception, we have produced a variety of sweet treats, breads, cakes, ice cream, donuts, muffins, cookies, and chocolate, to name a few. For 3 decades, Chocolat Royale has been the backdrop for countless celebrations, birthdays, anniversaries, and every little joy in between. As we reflect on our journey, we are filled with immense gratitude for loyal customers like you who have been an integral part of our story. Your trust, support, and continued patronage over the years means the world to us. Thank you for making Chocolat Royale a part of your lives. We can't wait to share the next 30 years, creating delicious memories with you.
In a world where words hold power, where only the sharpest minds survive, one stage will decide it all. On February 17th, 2025, the Battle of Intellect begins. The I Beg to Differ Secondary School Debate Tournament returns. where the best young debaters go head-to-head, armed with nothing but facts, logic, and the will to win. Who will stand their ground? Who will outthink, out-argue, and outshine the competition? IBTD Debates Competition Studio reopens February 17th at 4 p.m. Tune in, witness the debates, watch history unfold. I Beg to Differ is proudly supported by Obiwizi. Prize money sponsor, Tollywood College, Lagos. I Beg to Differ, the Tournament of Champions.
Mom's love is pure. It's so no, she does. Mom's special jollof puts a smile on your face. Mom's yummy fried cheers you up. Mom's tasty stew nourishes the family. Golden Terra oil, tasty. Golden Terra oil, nourishing. Golden Terra oil, Golden Terra soya oil.
Golden Terra Oil helps mom pour her love in the tasty, nourishing meals she cooks for her family. Golden Terra Oil, pour pure love.
Welcome back to your number one talk, news, and sports station. This is Nigeria Info.
There's a reason why over 1 million people tune into Hard Facts every day. We discuss in-depth stories with sources behind the facts.
The Lagos State High Court has convicted, suspended the Chicago certificate story. It's never going away, is it? Show with stories for the day.
You hear diverse voices and opinions.
And she was meeting campaign with the husband, knowing that. You should not feel happy because there is nothing to happy about.
Yeah, it's quite pathetic the way the country is going.
We distinguish each story accurately with analysis.
It's Hard Facts with Maryann Okon on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
I'm Maryann Okon, and this is Hard Fact. This is the nation's number one talk news and sports radio station. We're broadcasting live from our audiovisual studios right here in Itimi and Crescent, Victoria Island, Lagos. I just saw a really funny video. It doesn't, not that it matters, but it was a really very funny, very, very funny video. Apparently, a man bought somebody akara, a hungry person akara. Then he realized who the party that the person supports, and he said, "Give me back my money now, or you give me the akara." Anyway, we're still taking your thoughts and comments on the big stories for today. We're looking at the big weekend, and what are these stories? Well, Nigerians are still unrelenting when it comes to scooping fuel from tankers that have fallen. I'm going to play that video again, but I'm not playing the video because I'm happy to play it. I'm playing it because I want to understand what informs your attitude. What informs that, what tells you, that thing that tells you go carry buckets, carry come, maybe go scoop. I really want to know what informs it. Because when I see people do this, you stand up, you see a tanker falls, and the first thing that comes to your mind is, let's go and scoop fuel. You don't think about the fact that that's somebody's business, so that's somebody's livelihood that's gone. Money's spent, wasted. You don't think about the fact that it might be just your luck that as soon as you get to that place, boom, you're gone. You're not thinking about the fact that, hey, it's an accident and another one could occur right as I'm going towards that. You're not thinking about it. You're not thinking that maybe you should be the one to tell people, say, I beg, make nobody come here, make nobody come here. Make we just, all of us, I beg, make we avoid this place. No. Now make we go park fair. I'm playing this video again. It's courtesy of Channels Television. But it goes to show how we don't care. I'm looking for the best way to describe it. How nonchalant, that's the word I'm looking for. How nonchalant we are when it comes to our lives, our safety. Look at the guys. Everybody does this throw with their bucket. I'm sorry, today I'm in my pidgin mode. I speak terrible pidgin, but that's fine. I mean, just look at how we're all just moving. Like business. You don't see them. Some of them are running as if they don't go there now, you go past them. What informs this attitude of ours? What is it that informs this attitude, this thing that we do? Knowing that our lives are in danger at any point, anything can happen. What informs this attitude of ours? I'd really like to know. Because you can't tell me there is hunger. So because you're hungry, you want to kill yourself. Or is it greed? Or is it that there's something that they say in my language? I'd have to transliterally say it. The goat of another person's, the water from another person's pepper soup or goat meat is the sweetest. It's sweeter than your own. So you always want another. It's oju kokoro. That's the best way to say it. Could it be that? Because it's not yours. That's stealing. And also you're putting your life at risk. But what informs this attitude of ours, Nigerians, really? I really shudder at it because we're screaming every day that people are dying. It's risky. But you're still going to say something must kill a man. This is the one that wants to kill you. Why? Anyway, let's move away from that. There's so many stories that we're looking at. Obasa, GAC drama. Those were saying the president is not happy. The president is saying that, hey, it's dynasty. There are cracks in it because the president did not give people orders, so just remove Obasa like that. It's unceremonious. Are they asking Nigerian fame for us? Nollywood fame for us. You know, like they're giving us blockbuster. Like Fayemi has also said, because that's also a big story for us today. That's all these political fights that people are fighting and killing yourself, like the man that bought a car for an APC member that wants his money back. That all these fights that people are killing yourself over is just theatrics. It's just, he says it's for entertainment because all these guys, they're friends. So are we letting these people play in our faces? Wow, Nigerians. Are you awake? Let's talk. The phone lines are open. 0201 465 7190. We're live on Facebook and on YouTube. You can post your comment on our live stream, please. I'd like to hear from you. And if you're listening to us from outside of the country, you can join us via Skype. We're Nigeria Info FM on Skype. On WhatsApp, it's 0809 5975 60 seconds is all you have. Hello, welcome to Hard Facts.
Beautiful, so good afternoon. How was your weekend?
Good. I can't complain.
It is well. Maryann, you see this matter of tanker 4, diesel 4. Maryann, you will continually talk about this issue.
Why? But I don't want to. That's the thing. I'm tired.
Babe, people will still not learn. So I understand the fact that everybody is dealing with a whole lot in the country now. But like you said, have they forgotten that this is somebody else's business? Is it the government that owns those tankers? Not the private companies. See, Maryann, people will still burn like Guguru and Ekpa, and they will still not learn. So whatever you say now is not binding. This attitude of get rich quick or die trying. Let me just try. Maybe one cake can come out. I can feed my children, feed myself. Maybe people will not learn. They will tell you now that is it because you are able to access one or two things and that's why you are coming on X. No. But you seem to forget the fact that you need to stay alive to feed or take care of anyone you are fighting or fending for. On Fayemi's case, we know now, PDP, APC, PDP, LP, PDP, when they move around like that, and when we are fighting and killing ourselves for nothing, they are there cruising. 6.5 dozen, not be the same thing, man.
Thank you very much for calling.
Level. You can't take it away from there.
Thank you very much, Mr. Zaboli. Hello, welcome to Hard Facts.
Hi, Maryann. Make I run my minute. I want to tell Oga Cardoso something. Make our naira be stable, 300 equivalent to dollar. And not this women consultancy. That's what we need. Thank you.
Thank you very much for calling, Rapuchiku. Hello.
And good afternoon.
Good afternoon. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Engineer Joseph from Ikeja at the moment.
Go ahead, please.
Yeah. I will not comment on Obasa and APC issue. This is an internal issue. They should start their problem.
It's a family issue.
It's a family issue. They shouldn't give us that headache. It should be the one to carry the headache and drink the Panadol. The one that concerns me is this one that every time there's a tanker, spill out, this their liquid, and people just rush towards it. I think it's all about poverty. And even at the scene of when this tanker fell and the liquid stays still, nobody around there that will even try to scare people away. Everybody is even into trying to scoop the fuel. I don't know why nobody is around to even scare or even ask people not to move close to that bed. There should be a barricade whenever this thing happens, so that people shouldn't even use the opportunity and begin to say they want to scoop well. And at the same time, putting their life.
But you see, that also, see, this is a very robust conversation that we must have, because you see, emergency service, are they really emergency service? Emergency services, water, fire brigade, and do they show up on time?
Before they get there,
when these things happen, do people even decide to call what they call that number, 122 or 2221 or one of those numbers?
I mean, number.
People may not want to call that number. They want to scoop
how many people knows the number? How many people knows the number? If it's an easy number like 911, it's easy. By the time you say you call 121 or 121 or whatever, nobody even know the number. They can't even memorize it. There was a day an incident happened on Tobeland Bridge. I called those numbers. They didn't pick the call. And instead, so I don't know. So we need to have just one.
I want you to call me back on the 4 o'clock hour, because we're bringing road safety back, and they told me last week that number is working. So come back on the 4 o'clock hour.
I will. God bless you, Mary.
Thank you very much for calling. Yemi is calling us from Yaba. Hello. Oh, Yemi, sorry about that. Do call us back, okay? Hello, welcome to Hard Facts.
Good afternoon, Maryann.
Good afternoon. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
This is Gift. I'm calling from Dolphin this afternoon.
All right, Gift.
Maryann, you see, the desperation of Nigerians is, first of all, most times when I was working on the Lekki Ekpe Expressway axis, I ask myself every morning I'm driving to work that, what is the value of a Nigerian life at the moment? Because I can tell you, Maryann, almost every day when I used to work on that axis, I see bodies on the road almost all the time. So you get my point? And I call the emergency number and nobody picks up the emergency number. In fact, I don't even go. The Nigerian situation now is Nigerians are on the beg, borrow, or steal level. They can't achieve any of those three. Now they are desperate that they don't even care about their lives. Now they are scooping for in that dangerous manner. I was a child. I think I was 10 or 6 when I think I was 10 when one of my uncle's friend went to school for, and that was the end. You know? Yes, that was the end. I can remember. I think in the Gondo, somewhere around the Gondo, years ago. Yes, I think about years ago when I was still in junior secondary school. It still stays in my head till today. So even if I'm driving and I see tank, I said I go run, not talk of go to school for there. Then for Tinubu's case, let me quickly round up with this. You see, I'm pretty sure he was not aware. Because I told someone, I said, the president is less powerful.
So you're buying into the entertainment and the drama?
Yes.
Lovely.
I think he was unaware because now that he's the president, he's delegated.
So he was unaware, but he spent Christmas. Don't forget, he was here all through Christmas, and they had meetings.
He was, those people that they'll come and hang around him. They're not telling the truth. They're not telling the truth. Or like when he was in Lagos and he was domiciled in Lagos and he can oversee a lot of things. So the president is
not in the loop.
So that's my own belief. I have a great day, my sister.
Okay, let's give the president the benefit of doubt, Abby. Chinedu is calling us from Ajegunle. Chinedu, I'm so sorry. Do call me back. Hello. Apologies. Hello.
Hello, Maryann. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
My name is Ndubisi from Jan, calling you towards Atlanta.
All right, Ndubisi, go
ahead. I'm talking about this fuel, tank falling. The fault of people, when they get there to be freshening the fuel, they will be there making call, calling their brothers and sisters. And they forgot that this fuel have already gone on the air. Once they make call, the two magnets, everybody will go. Remember one certain time we were traveling to Delta, tanker fall. The driver and the conductor of the tanker was running, coming to stop us. We should stop, we should not go. We will stop, our driver obey. Other drivers did not obey. Many come down to go and join them and freshen the fuel. All of them, only few of us inside that bus who did not go down from that bus. We are the one that saved. You understand? In River State, Omok, in River State. So we'll never forget that year. So many of them will be saying it's opportunity to make money. They will be there calling on top of the fuel, making call, calling their brothers, their friends. Come on, tank and not follow. From there, the thing will explode. That's what happened. Thank you. God bless you.
Thank you very much for calling. I want to go to WhatsApp and YouTube. Don't forget, we're also live on Facebook, so you can post your comments all there. I'd like to start with YouTube first. Johnson Bernard Ohi here says, what we have in Lagos House of Assembly is Boju and Ambode experience. From the Ambode experience, he says, Obasa is gone. Ede Amarachi here says, Obasa is gone. The same thing played out during Ambode's era. So, it's Hashon Fee. I'm a bit naughty today, aren't I? All right, let me go to Facebook. Sheyi Shodikpo here says Nigerians are not different from their leaders. If you can run towards a spilled fuel tanker, all in the name of poverty, then if you find yourself in power, you would do the same. The politicians you criticize to do today, do it. He says, after all, it's poverty. Also, Francis Namani is watching us from Amagunze in Enugu State, and he says the proposed creation of, we're not talking about creation of states today, sir. Sorry, how do you just come up with other things that we're not talking about? Onyemachi Nwachuku here says, common sense, no common at all. How can somebody run towards death just because of poverty that doesn't last forever? I know, right? But that's not how people think. A hungry man might not necessarily be a right thinking man, you know what I'm saying? And that's with all due respect. But sometimes you're thinking about your belly. What did the Pence guy said? Former Ekiti State Governor said, we called it stomach infrastructure. Yes. So we're all thinking about our bellies as opposed to making the right decision to save your life. All right, let's go to WhatsApp. Kayode here from Ikotum says, quite unfortunate that the people involved in the scooping of fuel when tanker truck falls are not the ones listening to the radio now. In fact, they will not listen then when you tell them that there's danger in that time. Unfortunately. Femi from Ikorodu here says, you can now see the popular saying that a country's leadership is just a reflection of its people. Everybody's greedy. It's not the hunger, but greed. Because you will still survive if the tanker didn't fall. Yes, you are ready to die to scoop fuel that is not yours. That's why we say those who are in public office stealing are not up to the many of us outside waiting to have access to the office to steal our own. Wow. I don't want to steal. I beg you. I'm okay. Oh yeah, Muyi is calling us from Skype. On Skype, let's see if we can take Muyi's call. Hello, Muyi. Where are you calling us from?
Yeah, I'm calling from New York. My name is Muyi. Okay, let me tell you this, Maryann. When Nigerian politician tells you something, you be on your own. You be on your.
You take it with a pinch of salt.
Huh?
You take it with a pinch of salt.
Yeah, Nigerian politicians tell you that they're not enemy. Of course, they are opposite of what he's saying. They are enemies, just pretending to be friends. They're actually enemies. They send our killers to go and kill themselves. So they are enemies now. They just pretend to be friends so that you can say, they are friends. They're not fighting. No, maybe someone is doing birthday or one of the children getting married.
But in this case, they're not necessarily showing us that they're friends. But then half the time, when, for example, when former President Buhari was president, Atiku and he were at loggerheads. But then when his son was getting married, Atiku was the first there, like the father of the group.
Atiku was the godfather. Yeah, I saw it. It's just pretending to be friends, my sister. They're enemies. You see, they killed themselves. Who killed Funshaw Williams, Ebola again, and Atiku taking Tinubu certificate or whatever after the election. They are enemies. Only pretending to be friends.
Okay.
So when politicians tell you something, just believe otherwise. They are lying. It's lying.
Okay, Miwa. Thank you very much for calling. That's another angle. Say they can just be pretending. They're not really friends. But some of us believe that these people are friends. They're just playing us like last card checkup. You're out of the game. I don't know. But anyway, let's get to WhatsApp. I want to read some more messages. Someone says, everything is not poverty. At times, you see landlords and families scooping fuel too is greed. Yomi from Momole. Yomi, you have been carrying that landlord in your mind, Abby. This one says, Maryann, tell the president to stay clear of Obasa's matter. I don't sell the engine where they feel remorse for fuel scoopers. Robert, now wow. Uche from Songo here says, God forbid, may we never experience something like Emefiele in CBN again. That man will be and remain the worst CBN governor ever. We hope so. We hope so. Let Cardi B not be like Emefiele. This one says, this is not for me, obviously. This one says, skipping of petrol from falling tankers by some Nigerians is born out of poverty and hunger. Those who that have sustainable means of livelihood would never go near scooping fuel and falling tankers. Those who are on the floor fear no fall. It's same as committing suicide, either food or death for them. But somebody just told us that even landlord and their children, the landlord that has money is collecting rent. He's not like he's dying of hunger. He's scooping fuel. Is that poverty? Might be mindset poverty, you know. It might not necessarily be that poverty. It might not be poverty of the pocket. It might just be that of the mind. This should be a full-blown conversation, shouldn't it? All right, this one's from Chike in Acute. He says, Maryann, please, I use God to beg you to tell Obasa and his Egbo in Asol Rock to leave us alone so we can be at peace. He says, shame on the EFCC. They're now nowhere to be found, Abby. The proverbial ostrich. But when it comes to Chinese and Yahoo boys, you see them parading themselves on live TV. Finally. I know things are hard, but I urge Nigerians to be diligent. Skipping fuel should not become a profession. Thank you, Chike. Did I not have a EFCC here? You say you should write paper. Write paper. Should you people say that Obasa stole money? Write petition to EFCC. EFCC will come and... a joke. This one says, Maryann, you've clearly not experienced poverty. For your sake, I pray you don't. Because hunger and poverty makes you lose your sense or any sense of danger. And so it's so rich of you to sit wherever you are, to think that I've never experienced poverty. But I'm not going to also give you any opportunity to know if I experienced it or not, because you have already drawn your conclusion. So live with it, huh? This one here says, I'm Lainka from Ogun State. Maryann, power is an intoxicating honey that kills gradually. In case of Obasa, he got so power drunk that he forgot the power that can turn the tables. He's too much in a hurry to forget history of how Lagos State has been run and eventually became a victim. When your loyalty is seeking self-reward, then you will turn to a slave eventually. This one's from Emeka in the United States. He says, hi, Maryann, and the issue of tanker spillage is just a case of mental poverty. You got it. Ayo here says, it's agreed for 3 things that's fueled the scooping of fuel. I see what you did there. From overturned tankers. We never learn. Obasa's saga will be here for a long time. It's the beginning of cracks in the APC. So CBN, get inside chicks. Now, wow. I'm not even going to lie. When you said inside chicks, do you know what came to my mind? What's that P-Square song? Desperate Chicks. Okay, here, I'm going to come back to the phone lines. But Tysus from Ajegunle says, Maryann, about people going to scoop fuel whenever tankers fall, I don't want to blame it on poverty or bad governance, because when a liter of fuel is 79, people were still scooping fuel. It's been happening, and it seems to be like a culture. The people are greedy, and they like free things too much. People run to drink beer wherever the truck is carrying drink falls. I'm sorry, I don't know why I'm laughing. Derek, thank you for your message. So it doesn't stop with you. Even when tanker that carries beer falls, you rush to go and drink the beer. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to laugh, but it's ridiculous. It's really ridiculous. I'm coming back to the phone lines. Hello, welcome to Hard Facts. I'm so sorry. Nigeria is... I said we need our own channel on Comedy Central, or a segment. Hello, welcome to Hard Facts.
Afternoon.
Good afternoon. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Yeah, Yemi calling back from Yaba.
Yes, Yemi, go ahead. I know. Sorry about that.
Okay. I said on Obasa's issue, it's been long due that state should have a stipulated time for any speaker to sit on that seat. I think that will, because on this Obasa issue, there's a lot of things that we have heard about it, and they have not done anything about it since. So it's a welcome development for our democracy. You understand?
Yeah.
So that's my take on that.
Thank you very much, Yemi, for calling. I do appreciate it. So lawmakers, especially speakers, need to know. Maybe we need to make it law of sorts that you can't be a speaker forever, like in the case of Obasa. You cannot be right honorable. But Lagos has it. You remember Doyo Kupe when he was spokesperson for the president, and when he was asked about something, he said, "Oh, we have a Nigerian way of doing things. Well, we have a Lagos way of doing things." And then when it no longer suits the powers that be, they chuck you out like a piece of rubbish. On to the next. Hello, welcome to Hard Facts.
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Maryann.
What's your name? Where are you calling from?
My name is Peter Usifo. I'm calling from Abanoja in Ikoton.
Go ahead, Peter.
The scooping of fuel from exploded tankers could be likened to this scenario. That when a man tells lies so much, he is regarded as a pathological liar. To me, those people who go to scoop fuel, I see them as the problem is caused by pathological poverty. Then as for Fayemi, his statement, I will see it as a elite theory, where the elite congregate together against their common enemy, which is the masses, the hoi polloi. So, because it is also said, Robert Michel, that it's an iron law of oligarchy, that he who says oligarchy, says the organization says oligarchy. So that is my own opinion on that. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Yosifo, for calling. I want to quickly read some messages and then wrap this up, because on the other side of the clock, we're going to be joined by the Federal Road Safety. Yes, the spokesperson for Lagos and the FCT are going to be joining us. We're talking. So today, I'm just going to let you ask questions. They're telling us about the new app. And if you have not downloaded that app and you have an Android, go do it right now. It's the Federal Road Safety app. This one says, Maryann, those kinds of Nigerians don't listen to radio or watch television. Kene from Suka. We will go and be knocking come in the markets. They have to hear. We will go to every street and be knocking come. When trailer fall, make una not go there. Abi. This one says, Maryann, those guys running to that tanker are running from sure death, hunger to probable death, tanker explosion. Ajiri from Bariga. And this one says, please, the first question to ask is why fuel trucks keep falling on our roads before you blame the ignorant citizens for killing themselves because of illiteracy. On Obasa's matter, it's a political script, because I'm surprised to discover that Obasanjo was actually supporting President Tinubu while going around with Obi. Where did you hear this one now? He says, never trust politicians. Victor from Ilukbeju. I'm going to go on a quick break and bring you some messages. And I probably have about 2 more minutes to read some more messages. But I'm not going to forget that caller that said that the president is not aware. Principal, you are not informed. Okay, let's go on a break.
Millions of listeners trust us on Hard Fact. Whether it's politics, social issues, controversies, and trending stories, you know we're credible and objective.
It's Hard Facts with Maryann Okon on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
We are in a time where people yearn for information.
Information is quick, the large of the rich.
You are listening to your number one station for talk.
99.3 Nigeria Info.
99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.
That special secret that awakens taste buds. Mouth-watering wonder with awesome aroma. Terra seasoning cubes.
Terra Seasoning Cube turns your meals into a masterpiece.
Unwrap joy, unleash taste. Hey, come cook with Terra Cubes. Come cook with Terra.
In a world where words hold power, where only the sharpest minds survive, one stage will decide it all. On February 17th, 2025, the battle of intellect begins. The I Beg to Differ Secondary School Debate Tournament returns, where the best young debaters go head-to-head, armed with nothing but facts, logic, and the will to win. Who will stand their ground? Who will outthink, out-argue, and outshine the competition? IBTD Debates Competition Studio reopens February 17th at 4 p.m. Tune in, witness the debates, watch history unfold. I Beg to Differ is proudly supported by Obiwizi. Prize money sponsor, Tollywood College, Lagos. I Beg to Differ, the Tournament of Champions.
Hey, this
dollar wahala. Now wow, everything just dey expensive.
Na true, but make we look am well, my brother. See, your shoe na from Italy, your shirt na from Turkey, your phone na from China, your car na from Japan. In fact, everything wey dey your body so na import to the import am.
Abeg, how that one take consign dollar?
If price of dollar go come down, e get many things wey we suppose do.
Like wetin?
Number 1, we suppose dey export pass how we dey import. Number 2, we suppose dey buy more made in Nigeria products. Number 3, make we support local business. And number 4, if you wan send dollar and other foreign currency enter Nigeria, make we dey use international money transfer agents.
What you dey talk dey make sense o.
Oh, country people, make we join hand reduce the pressure on our naira, grow our export market, and increase forex inflow. Na our hand e dey o. This message na from Bankers Committee.
Meals have a way of taking us on a journey. And when you add plenty of vegetables like efo, ugu, and season with the rich taste of North seasoning cubes, even better.
So, go ahead and elevate your meals with more vegetables and the rich taste of Knorr cubes. Today, eat for good.
You are listening to your number one station for talk.
Your number one station for talk.
99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk. This is Hard Facts.
Well, indeed it is, and I'm going to race through some of your messages quickly because of the time that we have. Someone here says, it's not surprising that we've had this number of explosions and fire cases all over the country, given the lackadaisical attitude of both the government and the people. The Almajiri culture entrenched by the government is just worsening matters. Poverty has led a lot of Nigerians to a state of mental senselessness. Some no longer see any difference between being alive and dying, so they see no point in weighing any risks before embarking on certain things. Some see deaths caused by bad leadership and risky decisions like that of fuel scooping as the same. So, too sad, he says. Steve from Ijaniki. Jonathan from Magboro here says, Otoge is gradually creeping into Lagos. Should Tinubu say he's not aware of Obasa's removal, I'd laugh, big laugh. As for people going to scoop fuel, I'm here clapping very loud for them. They should please run faster. Congrats to them. Not today. Elder Jonathan, come on, man. I see the sarcasm, I'm just saying. This one says, poverty not be better thing. Oh, you can't understand. Once poverty has gone deep into someone's bone marrow, he blocks both left and right ears. Just let's thank God that there was no casualty this time around. Lucio Gajai, thank you. Yvonne Ohaifo, the gorgeous, is here with the news. And when we come back, it'll be time for FRST.
Than you asked for.
What we ask is when you got to say this organization is meant to help us out, and the people working there are not helping us out. So you have a situation where people say
99.3 Nigeria Info. We are more than just radio. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at Nigeria Info FM. Check us out on Facebook at Nigeria Info 99.3. Follow us on Twitter at Nigeria Info FM and on Instagram at Nigeria Info FM Lagos for live updates as it happens. 99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's